Have you decided to automate your prospecting process and are wondering what is the first step? Well, this episode is for you. Hey, Mario Blanco here, and in today's episode I will be talking about what is the first step in automating the prospecting process. This is something I decided to do quite a while in the past, and that's also the reason why I'm really excited to be able to share with you this episode. So I will start talking about the offline prospecting process, the old way. Then I'll cover the process of moving from offline to online prospection. And finally, lastly, I will be covering what is the first step and key step in automating the prospecting process. So let's start with the beginning, the old way and the offline way of prospecting. That is mostly used in network marketing, in the network marketing industry. And that is something a few years ago I started doing. So this model, when it is offline, it's kind of labor intensive. It's something that it's a push, let's say, kind of a push mechanism in which you have somehow come up with a list of prospects. You have somehow some contact details, and then you approach those prospects and you present them with whatever the offer is. Typically, you don't have like much control over what your list of prospects is. So typically, if we consider this within the network marketing arena, you come up with a list of friends, family, acquaintances. So it's not like you decide, it's wherever you have as contact details at that moment. And then you initiate the process of approaching them with whatever the offer is. This, as I was saying, is quite labor intensive, and that's what and it is a hassle. I understand. I totally understand that. I have personally experienced all that, gone through all the stages, and I understand that at some point, if you want to scale up, if you want to overcome a number of hurdles, you want to automate. So let's talk about how you move from offline prospecting to online prospecting. But just before that, can you please share in the comments of the episode what were your problems where you were doing prospecting offline? What were your hurdles, or what made you think you wanted to move from offline to online? I'm really keen on knowing, because that will help me to create more content. So coming back to the process of moving from offline to online, it's a really radical change in the way that the moment you make that decision, you have a new tool, you have a new set of resources, because the approach is then that you will be using marketing. And then that means that rather than you going to someone and being a push mechanism of generating prospects, leads and customers, it's a pull. Because the moment you decide to go online, what you do is you create content that will attract prospects or leads to your business, and then you will qualify to a point where you consider them as a prospect. First comes the lead, and then they become a prospect. So from offline to online, you change. You see that this is a massive change, and that is going to help you automate the whole process, because then what you can do is you can have a website or a landing page or something online that is going to be working for you 24/7, 365 days per year, and you will be present even if you are sick or if you are with your family. You have a system, you will have a system that is doing the prospecting process for you, and that's a massive change to your business. And in that process you have to develop new skills, because now it's more about marketing and how to come up with that content that will attract leads to your business. And that is when in the process of figuring out what content you create for your leads and what will attract them to your business, that's when let's say the first step or the key step that you need to take in automating the prospecting process comes. Just before that, and before unleashing what is the first step in automating the prospecting process, just let me know in the comments what is your personal experience when you moved from offline to online. Did it work well? What hurdles did you find, and did you get the results you expected? And in the process, how has your business gained from moving from offline to online? I'm really curious to know more about that, because again, I can create more content for you to address any issues you have. So going to the last topic, so moving now to what is the key step you need to take to automate the prospecting process. This is something I did not do at the beginning, and that really it was a bit of a painful experience for me at the time. And the first step is something that involves understanding who is your dream customer. That's the key step. The key step is understanding who do you want to help and serve. Ideally, who do you want to be surrounded of as a customer? Because at the end of the day, you're going to sacrifice time and a lot of resources to surround yourself with a number of people. So why not making sure you get surrounded with someone you really feel compelled to help and serve? Because otherwise you won't be feeling fulfilled. If you have someone around you that is all the time complaining and not understanding the value that you are adding, and he doesn't appreciate what you have to offer, why having him around your business? It wouldn't make sense. And that is the reason why at the time I decided to create the Customer Discovery Pack. That is a free resource. If you go to the episode description, you will find a link that will take you to the Dream Customer Discovery Pack. The Customer Discovery Pack, it's a number of resources, but mainly it's a tool, I call it a wizard, that will help you unleash who is your dream customer. I call him your dream customer, because if he's going to be walking all that path with you, if he's going to appreciate all that you have to offer, if you are going to grow your business together with him, why not calling him the dream customer? And I'm really very excited to be able to share with you that tool, because that will help you take this first step like with less hassle and much quicker, because there is these wizards will help you quickly come with all the traits of who is your ideal customer or your dream customer. If you found this episode helpful, why not hitting the subscribe and bell buttons so you get notified next time I create another episode and I come back to you with more content. So that was it for today, and I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.